Battle is brewing in Washington, D.C., and it could have a huge impact on you. Major federal cuts could be on the way.
$85 billion in cuts are set to begin Friday if Congress and the president cannot come to an agreement. And local schools are bracing for less money. News Channel 5's Michael Baldwin just talked to the Cleveland schools about it. Michael, what's going on?
Chris, the cuts will have no effect on this school year, but come July 1st, CMSD could lose 25 teachers because without the federal aid, their salaries can no longer be funded. And that's just the beginning.
Since the politicians in Washington can't get their act together, huge budget cuts seem like a sure thing. It's called sequestration, which is a deal the president and Congress worked out as a worst-case scenario if they could not reach a budget deal. To take you back to school for a second, the dictionary definition of sequestration is the action of taking legal possession of assets until a debt has been paid or other claims have been met.
But if you're the type of person that doesn't really like to follow politics, here's a reason why you might want to follow the sequestration stuff, especially if you have a kid in school.
Title I programs which aid disabled children could see nearly $4 million in cuts. The federal program IDEA, which aids disabled children, could lose as much as $1.3 million next year. Project ACT, which aids homeless children in Cleveland, could see a $37,000 cut. And early childhood education programs could lose $30,000. Now, CMSD did not count on Washington to get its act together and already planned for a cut in federal aid for next year.
I think the cuts in education will be devastating.
Dr. Marcia Zashin heads Action for Children and Youth in Transition, or ACT. She enrolls the children of the homeless in CMSD. Last year, over 3,000 homeless children were enrolled. This year, they've already reached that point.
The problem comes in where we will not be able to provide the resources and the supplies to the children.
Now, statewide, Ohio is looking at $25 million in funding cuts to primary and secondary education. There'll be more than 3,000 fewer work-study jobs, and 2,500 children could be affected through Head Start programs. Congress and the president have until Friday to reach a deal. On your side, I'm Michael Baldwin, News Channel 5.